Welcome to your Stability Express practice. Starting at the top of your mat, make sure your big toes are together and your palms are spinning forward, and just arrive in your conscious mountain pose, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. One more inhale. Settle the mind through the exhale. Starting with core line strengthening, one step. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Now exhale, relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Bring your palms together, interlace fingers, pointers extend. Next inhale, you're going to reach up, ground down through your feet, get really tall. And then exhale, take a small sway over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, small sway to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, sway to the right and hold. So pausing here for 5 breaths. You can modify by bringing the right hand to the right hip. Regardless of where you are through the upper body, squeeze the thighs together. You want to feel that internal rotation of the thighs. Really bring your attention to your left foot. Press to the left foot, lift through the left side of the body, and reach towards the windows. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take one more breath, gazes forward. Stay through the exhale, reach a little bit more. And inhale, float all the way through center. Exhale, sway to the left. So easy does it. We're just warming up the spine in all 4 directions. Breathe in. And breathe out. Chin is slightly lifted. Press through the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, lock belly to spine. Take one more breath. Stay through the exhale, reach. Slow and steady inhale, rise all the way back up to the top. And exhale, pause. Prepare for your first standing back bend. Option to bring the hands to the low back, taking camel style arms. Everybody glue your thighs together. Press your hips forward like you're going to press up against the wall. Then start to lift through the belly, lift through the chest. The last thing to lift is your chin. So if your arms are overhead, feel the length through the underarms. If your arms are behind you, squeeze your elbows together. You've got one more breath. Maybe shift weight into heels. Send your hips forward. Take your gaze back. And slowly float all the way through center. Bend your knees and pull your hips back to your flat back squat. So once again, if this is too much on the back or shoulders, release your arms into airplane. Spine is nice and long. Your gaze is down, maybe just a few inches ahead of your big toes. And start to pull the hips back and squeeze the thighs together. So your legs should really be responding and firing up here. Don't be afraid to build that heat and fire. In yoga, we call that building tapas. Take one more breath. Sink a little bit lower into legs. And then keep your knees nice and soft as you allow yourself to spill forward into your first forward fold Uttanasana. So option here to wrap your elbows behind your knees, forearms to the calves, and just grab what you can, calves or ankles. If this isn't accessible to you or it's too much, just grab opposite elbows. Allow yourself to hang heavy and ragdoll. So there's no right, there's no wrong in this practice. Just do what you can. Full breath in. And full breath out. Shift weight into your toes. Take it out of your heels. So just notice what happens to the legs. Maybe the hips lift. Maybe the legs straighten. Take one more breath. And release your grip. Top of the mat. Bend your knees a lot. And find your downhill skier. So your elbows will come to your thighs. And you're going to press your palms together. Press the heels of your hands together and your fingertips. Really engage to the core, to the center of your hands. Whole body is lit up here. Take a deep breath in, preparing for lunge backs. Exhale, release your fingertips down. Pick up the right foot and lunge it all the way back. So don't be afraid to exaggerate that. 4 to 5 foot base. Front knee is stacked over the front ankle. So take a peek down and make sure that's happening. The right heel is lifted. You have the option to tap the right knee down to the mat. Shoulder blades together. Neck is long. Maybe hug the low belly in and start to hover the fingers. Breathe in. And breathe out. Next, inhale, float your arms back to airplane. Exhale, stretch your arms forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, settle into your first balancing warrior. Shoulders stack over hips. Fingers reach up towards the ceiling. So maybe even start to send the pinkies towards one another. You can always float the hands to the hips to relax the shoulders. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take one more breath. Reach up. Maybe send your thumbs back. Then exhale, slowly float your hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, back to your downhill skier. And exhale, pause. So give yourself a full round of breath here. Set up this transitional pose. Press your palms. Relax your gaze. Full breath in, prepare. Exhale, hands down, left foot up and back. So keeping the heel lifted if you can. But again, always the option is tap the knee down. Setting up through foundation first. Really root through your feet. And then start to pull the belly towards spine. Find that core lock. Hover your fingers. Breathing right here. Inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, reach your arms to airplane. Exhale, stretch your arms forward. Press through the feet. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, settle into legs. So nice stretch for the hips. Breathe in. And breathe out. Just notice if you're holding any tension in your shoulders or in your jaw. You may choose to rest your tongue behind the front teeth. So one breath. Inhale, reach up, reach back. And exhale, float the hands down. Nice work. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward and fold. Bend your knees a lot and come back to your downhill skier. So leaving this transition, you're going to press to your feet and come all the way up to standing. Palms can stay at heart center, right into Anjali Mudra. That translates to heart over heart. Moving into one rounded tree. Shift all the weight into your left foot and bring your right toes into kickstand. Yes, turning the foot in towards the ankle. Just feeling the opening through the inside of the right hip. So you can stay here, or you can start to build your tree, sliding the right foot up to the inside of the left shin, maybe all the way up into the inside of the left thigh, just not on the knee. And if it feels right, you can take any arm variation that serves you today. Maybe float your arms overhead. You can always reach your hands behind you and take opposite elbows, or reverse prayer. Take one more breath in stillness. And ground down through the left foot. Grow a little taller in your tree. And then release your foot down. Shake out your legs. You're just going to transition to the other side. So pulling the hands towards heart center. Shift weight into the right foot and bring the left foot into kickstand. So pausing here, finding that strong, stable base. And then option to start to lift the left foot. Maybe into the right side. Maybe an arm variation. You don't have to do the same thing that you did on the other side. Just find a place to explore. Find a new sensation. That's what this practice is all about. Listening to our bodies. Settling the mind. Where can you go? Root down, grow a little taller. Maybe take your gaze up. And release the left foot down. Shake out your legs. Bring your hands down to your sides. Right into the conscious mountain pose. Come to the top left-hand corner of your mat. Turn to face the windows. Bring your big toes to touch. We're going to move into wide angle warrior series. So on the inhale, float the arms overhead. And exhale, step out 4 to 5 feet. Bring your hands right to your hips. So option here is to pigeon toe the toes towards one another slightly. That'll help protect the knees. Ground down to the feet. Take a big breath in, lift through the chest. And then on the exhale, you're going to end halfway down with a flat back. The shoulder blades together. Elbow pointers can be pointed up to the ceiling. Maybe you get a different sensation by changing the arms a bit. So the goal is to maintain the flat back. So you can release your hands down the outsides of your legs, grabbing calves or ankles, maybe the outer edges of your feet. You can always choose to stay in this halfway position, working the elbows towards one another and finding length from the tailbone all the way out through the crown of the head. Shift weight back into your heels. Maybe you start to close off the gapped chest to thighs. Take one more breath. Step in fully on your exhale. You're going to slide your palms to your quads. Pull the belly in using core strength. Rise all the way back up, shoulders over hips. Moving into warrior two. Pivot the right toes to the right. Dial out to the left heel. Bring your arms out so that they're parallel to the mat. You're going to press to the outer edge of the right foot. Bend the right knee. And find your warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulders stack over hips. Shoulders are relaxed. You're reaching equally through each arm and settling deep into legs. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take one more breath. Settle a little lower into legs to finish. Flip your palms up to the ceiling. Reach forward and find your bent knee triangle. Resting the forearm on the thigh as needed. Otherwise, you can take both arms nice and straight, keeping the right elbow in line with the inside of the right knee. Maybe you use the elbow to press the knee away. Keep pressing to the outer edge of the right foot. And send your mind's eye to the left ankle. Really dial out through the left heel. Left leg is strong and straight, like it's anchoring you down to the mat. I'll take one more breath. Can you sink a little lower into legs? Beautiful. Stay that low. Float all the way back up to your warrior two. Receive it here. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Press through the right foot, straighten the right knee, slow and steady. Pivot all the way around. So left toes are going to come forward. Dial out through the right heel. Arms stay nice and straight. Bend into the left knee. Warrior two, other side. So yes, your arms are probably on fire. They're probably talking to you, but you're strong. Stay steady and calm through the mind, even if the pose and posture becomes a little shaky. No fear, no doubt. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. Everyone straighten that back leg just a little bit. Use the right heel. Take one more breath. Settle in furthest point. Flip your palms, reach forward, bent knee triangle. Utthita Parsva Konasana. Sink nice and low into your legs. Open up through your hips. Maybe expand open through the chest by straightening the bottom arm. Open through the heart, regardless of where you choose to go. Light shining from your heart straight ahead. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take one more breath. Sink a little bit deeper into your legs. Float all the way back up to warrior two with full control and composure. Full breath in and long breath out. Straighten the left knee, pivot the left toes towards the park. Bend deeply into your right knee and step the right foot up to meet the left. Arms reach overhead and exhale, release hands down to your sides. Mountain pose. Final standing pose, standing head to knee. Reach your arms overhead on your inhale. Palms press, thumbs lock, and exhale, step out 2 to 3 feet. So this time it's a much shorter base. Pivot all the way around on your toes, face the wall behind you. Really press down through your feet here. Use your legs. Inhale, press, reach up nice and high. And then exhale, pull the belly in and dome all the way forward, like you're rounding over a giant beach ball. When you get to the bottom, you can release your hands to frame the front foot. If you need to bring your hands to blocks because you're tight through the right hamstring, you can take that option as well. The blocks can be set at any level. Full breath in and full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. So keep pressing down through the back heel. Soften the right knee as much as you need to tuck your chin and make that connection forehead to knee. Maybe today's the day that you guide the front leg straight. One more breath. Bring your palms together and lock your thumbs. Biceps to your ears. Press to your feet and slower than you want. Rise all the way up to the top. Pause when you get there. Set your gaze forward. And then pivot all the way around on your heels. Face the opposite side. Set up your blocks if you're using them. Press to your feet. Lift up nice and high. And then pour yourself forward. Really draw the belly button in here. Create that space to the abdomen. Then release the hands down. Keep pressing through the back heel. Straighten the back leg. But remember, you can bend the front knee as much as you need to, even if that's a lot. And no struggle, no strain in this practice. We're here to let go. Full breath in. And full breath out. You've got 2 more breaths. Take it to where it feels right for your body. So maybe that's keeping the front knee bent. Maybe that's straightening the leg. You decide. Final breath. Biceps straighten the ears. Press your palms. Lock your thumbs. Do not rush. Come all the way up to the top. Right foot comes up to meet the left. Release hands down to your sides. Mountain pose. Beautiful standing practice. We're now going to transition to the mat. So have a seat and lie back. We're going to move into bridge pose. So a little bit different from our traditional stability practice. We're going to take our back bend here. So slide the soles of your feet to the mat. Bend your knees up towards the ceiling. And if you're using a block for a restorative bridge, have the block somewhere within reach. Make sure that you can graze your fingertips to the backs of your heels. And your feet are about separated about hip distance. So that's roughly 2 fists. Press down through your heels and start to peel the spine off the mat, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. So this may be enough. This may feel really good. If you have any back issues or if you just need a rest at this point, you can take your block and place it underneath your sacrum. So probably the first or second setting in terms of height of the block. Probably not the third. If you're taking bridge pose without the block, perhaps you start to wiggle your shoulders underneath your body. Bring shoulder blades towards one another. And then press your palms together, interlace fingers. And drive your knuckles towards your heels. Lifting the chest, maybe slightly tuck the chin. Take one more breath. Press down, lift up. And then slowly start to articulate the spine all the way down to the mat. So one vertebra at a time. If you have the block, gently lift your hips and place it to the side. Straighten both legs out long. And just pause, receive. Let your spine settle in neutral position. Bring your legs together and hug your right knee into your chest. So interlace your fingers right underneath the kneecap on top of the shin. And seal the left hamstring down to the mat. You're creating space to the low back and to the hip flexor here. Really squeeze the knee into your chest. If it feels right to bring the knee into the right shoulder, you can play with that too. Keep pulling the left toes back towards your nose. Take one more breath. Slide the sole of the left foot to the mat. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, moving into figure 4. Reach through, interlace your fingers behind the left hamstring. So flex your feet to protect your knees here. Entire upper body's relaxed. You're sending the tailbone down long. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. Exhale. Release the left foot down. Extend the right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Flex the foot and leading with the heel, lower it all the way down. When you get to the bottom, the left foot's going to come out and meet the right. Just pause. Notice the difference. Maybe the right side feels a little longer. Hug the left knee into your chest. So give it that nice big hug right into the chest or towards the shoulder. Press the right hamstring down to the mat. And pull your right toes towards your nose. Deep breath in. And long breath out. You've got one more breath. Slide the sole of the right foot to the mat. Cross the left ankle over. Thread the needle other side. So we're all going to be at different levels in this practice. We're all at different and varying degrees of flexibility and strength. This practice is yours, not to be compared to or with anyone else's. What makes this practice so special? You can customize it for exactly what you need today, this week, this hour, this minute, this breath. Make it yours. One more. Release the right foot down. Extend the left leg up. With intention, start to lower it all the way down. Right foot comes out to meet the left. Just pause and stay still. Slide the soles of your feet to the mat. And bring your knees to 90, so your knees will be together. Bring your arms out into either goalpost position or T position with palms down. So we're just going to move into a little bit of dynamic core, ending with a twist. Squeeze the knees, flex the feet, pull the toes towards your nose. Belly to spine on the inhale. And exhale, twist over to the right. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist over to the right and pause. You can hover the knees here, or you can release them all the way down. If you're working the obliques and working the core and want to straighten your legs, you can straighten your legs. Press out through the balls of your feet if you're going there. Spread your toes. So think yoga toes here. Take one more breath. Bend your knees. Everyone come back to center. We'll meet there. Take it over to the left. And you choose, in this breath, what do you need? Hover, straighten, press. It's all good. There's no right. There's no wrong. Take one more breath. Bend the knees to 90. Everybody come all the way back up to center. Release the feet down to the mat. Extend the right leg long to the right side of the mat. Extend the left leg long to the left side of the mat. Float your arms down by your hips. Palms face the ceiling or the sky. Let your toes play out to the corners of the mat. And just close your eyes. Receive in Shavasana. Staying here as long as needed, or maybe even moving to another core sequence or hip sequence after this. Namaste.